I was like terrified to come out. And all my friends like, we got this. We're going to tell her. And then like minutes before, I was like, I can't do this. So I sent my friends in to do it.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Better,
well, good for your friends.
Better yet, though, I had them record it.
The views and opinions expressed by our guests are their own and do not reflect the views, positions, or endorsements of the Skittle Squad Podcast or its hosts.
Welcome to the Skittle Squad Podcast. Glad to have you here today. My name is David Smith, and I'm here with my fabulous co-host.
I'm Paul Pfeiffer.
Hey, Paul. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's been a little while since I've seen you.
We've been
yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah, we haven't recorded in the studio for, I think, over a month.
Over a month, yeah.
Yeah, which it was a nice little break.
It was a nice little break.
But we were working like busy beavers in August, that's for sure.
But now I feel like I'm back home.
Back home,
yes.
Yeah. We're back at our roots. We're back in the studio.
Yep.
So we had the Best of the Bay Creative Loafing Awards last week.
Yes.
And we were so excited to be nominated.
Yeah.
And they released the results. And so if you want to let everyone know, what did we place?
So the Skittle Squad Podcast is the second place best podcast in
For
the
Tampa
Best of the
Bay.
Bay for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So
thank you everyone that voted for
Yeah.
us. We really appreciate your support. We're really, really excited to place second.
Yeah.
And it gives us a place to go for next year first.
Right.
So we're really excited to get in first next year.
Yeah.
And really, really grateful for all the support we've had for this year. This is our first year. As of the recording today, I think we've had 28-ish episodes. So
something around there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And the Hard Rock and Creative Loafing, they really put on a good
They
party.
did.
Yeah, like it was like super, super cool.
it was fun. They had a great band.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of our friends there,
Yeah.
which was really fun seeing them all win, whether they placed first, like Scott Simon.
Yeah, Scott
He
Simon
placed
won.
first, which
Yeah.
was so exciting. We're so happy for him.
Dee from Family League won.
Dee Rose from Family League,
Yep.
she definitely placed in a few different categories, which was great. And then
Cocktail. And
David
all,
Fisher
yeah,
was
they took
there.
home like
Cocktail, I think, took like
30
38 first plate
38
award as
awards.
something really phenomenal.
crazy.
But obviously, for folks that may not know, David Fisher and Lee, they're not only over Cocktail, the owners of Cocktail, they own Zazood. They're very heavily involved with Winter Pride. So all the awards were like around not only Cocktail, but their other businesses.
The Ball, the Wet Spot.
The Wet Spot,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, they're really a strong pillar of the community.
For sure.
And then who else did we see? Oh, we saw Veronica Fox.
We did.
She won for Best Choreographer, which was really exciting. Congratulations, Veronica.
And she was like super, super tall when we saw her. Like
she is
more tall than what she usually is. Because I was like, oh my God.
I would expect that she's got to make sure she has deodorant on. Because I would say, like, every time I give her a hug, I think my nose is right in her armpit. So, and you know what? She's always smelling amazing. So, thank you,
That's
Veronica.
hilarious.
So, I actually saw her perform last Thursday
At Bingo.
at New World. I think it's called New World
Yeah.
in Tampa for a drag bingo for the choir. And I will have to roll a clip of this. She did a cannonball.
What?
From the audience area onto the stage.
What?
So she kind of did a jump and a roll, and she just came up, and it was like unbelievable. So I don't know, maybe next year she'll win Best Acrobat.
I don't know, because if I tried to do that, I'd break a hip or something.
Yeah, I have. I was impressed. I was really impressed. I was wondering if she had practiced that.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was the event that I really wanted to attend, and then work
yes, I know the
always
whole work
gets
thing.
in the way.
I know, isn't that a bummer?
Yeah,
working.
it is a bummer.
So, and then obviously, well, not obviously, but we also saw Veronica Fox's husband,
Yes.
Shane McCabe. He was the winner for Best Podcast. We're going to have him on the show soon.
We are.
And his podcast is called Necessary Pursuit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really great to see him. And I'm trying to think, we saw Gabe Alvarez and Rob Hall, right? Wait, is Rob there?
Yeah, Rob
Rob
was there.
Hall was there.
Gabe and
They
Rob with Winter
We're
Pride.
celebrating with their win
Yeah.
for Winter Pride, so congratulations
Which is
to those
great
boys.
for them too, because it's their first year as well.
Yeah, very
So-
exciting.
So yeah, for them to bring home awards is, a big achievement for sure.
Yeah, and if we did see you that night and we didn't mention your name, we apologize. But yeah, we definitely
We
saw
did see
a lot of folks.
the Big Gay Radio Show crew. was
Yes, I
there.
knew we were
Yeah.
forgetting somebody.
Yeah.
Yes, the Big Gay Radio Show. Chris Gorman,
Yeah.
Esme, Brian Hinkson. I think Brian
No,
was
Brian
there. Brian
wasn't
was not
there.
there. Okay.
Claire was there.
We missed
although
her.
I missed
I was so
her.
bummed
I was
out.
like, where did you show up at? So-
Yeah, I know. And honestly, one of my highlights of that night would have been, and I know this is going to sound very funny and corny, but seeing Dennis Phillips.
Oh yeah.
So you and I got our photo with
We
Dennis.
did.
Yeah, we'll
We
have to
did.
show that photo. It was funny because we had just gotten the placard for the award.
Uh-huh.
And between the chaos and the commotion of seeing Dennis, getting the award, trying to coordinate, getting with him, you end up getting like this weird kind of monkey pose,
I did.
like right in front of him. Yeah, because you were like holding the award kind of like out. Like,
I think okay, so
yeah,
I think
and I was like,
a little
what
bit.
happened?
I think I was a little bit intimidated because he's like
okay.
a local celebrity.
Oh,
like,
got you.
People were swarming him like crazy.
Yes, we did patiently wait on the wings for a minute.
So I think I was a little bit intimidated. So
Okay.
if there's a weird pose that I did, it was probably because I was like scared to death because I was like, oh my God, it's Dennis Phillips, because he's a legend. He's an icon
He
in
is.
Tampa Bay. So
Yeah, he said, I chatted with him for a minute and he said, oh my God, I'm so sorry for, all my social media posts last year at this time. Cause we had the
the
two
back-to-back
hurricanes in last
hurricanes, yeah.
October. And I looked at him and I said, are you kidding me? I said, I am so thankful
for sure.
for you and for keeping us
Yeah.
like grounded and keeping us informed. I said, thank you so much. I said, I never think you would post too much no matter what. And
Yeah.
so I shared that with him, and I'm sure he says that to everybody, but I was really appreciative of him keeping us calm through hurricane season last year.
So Dennis, if you happen to be watching, please come on the show. We'd love to have you on.
Yes.
And then I could take a retake of the picture.
Yes, for sure. Yes. He was so friendly
He was. He's
to
very friendly.
everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had never met him. Have you met him
No,
before?
no.
Yeah. He was really friendly. So, yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We danced the night away. We'll flash up some pictures of the night, and we've got some fun. We have a fun video of you and Rick in the London phone booth.
What?
Or was that just Rick?
That was just Rick.
Oh,
was
that's
gonna
right.
say,
Weren't
that
you
wasn't me.
screaming at him behind the camera?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. That was a different photo. Okay.
God, trying to get me in trouble.
Well, it's so easy to do and so much fun, so I can't help myself.
He's used to it now. Like nothing bothers him anymore.
Yeah.
In terms of the show, because he's used to it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Trying to
Good
think.
food. The good food
yeah.
was they had a whole bunch of different restaurants.
Yeah, they were
represented.
really highlighting a lot of different local people in the community, different businesses. I know a friend of mine, he bought a wine tasting that night.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, that'll be fun to do. So there was a lot of different events, and I do want to again give a shout out to D Rose. She was looking absolutely fabulous in her red.
We need to flash a
dress.
picture of her.
Oh my
because
goodness,
she was decked out.
she was on fire. She was literally the fire emoji that night.
Right.
Yeah, and it was so funny. We had gone to Utopia after that.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
she took a picture with a skeleton.
Yeah.
And I remember she was like really going to some drastic measures to get this like picture. And I remember thinking, God, she's really crazy. And she posted the final picture on Instagram, and it turned out amazing.
See?
We're going to flash that photo too, but it turned out absolutely amazing with this skeleton.
Yeah.
So-
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so really great. Also, thinking about the month of October this year,
Yeah.
we have National Coming Out Day.
We do.
So it's October 11th. Now, this show will come out after the 11th, but we do have Byron Simon coming on. Really excited to chat with him. He's an 18-year-old fashion and cosmetic creator, local here in the area, and he's actually even writing a book already.
Holy moly.
about his life. And so, yeah, really excited to chat with him. Stay tuned for him. But also, I think, in the spirit of National Coming Out Day or month, we should chat with him about his coming out story.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
because
more
they've
about
heard,
that.
the viewers have heard our coming out stories.
Yes.
So I feel like,
yeah,
we should have the guests, especially in October. October's my favorite month anyway because of Halloween.
Oh, you're a big Halloween person?
I love Halloween. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to haunted houses?
So here's the thing. So apparently I'm quite entertaining going through a haunted house.
Okay.
Because I scream like a girl.
Oh,
like,
I love
all the
that.
time.
So do I.
Yeah. So if there's a way we could like video us going through a haunted house.
Great.
That would be
Oh
so
my
funny.
goodness. Oh my gosh. We have got to try to do something this season.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We'll try to have to make that happen.
So
October
I will
is busy.
definitely go.
Yes.
But it will be like
entertaining.
It'll be entertaining for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, like at Universal, they have like, I think it's Horror Nights, Halloween Horror Nights, and they have those scare zones.
Yeah.
And this year, I think, is the first year that you can actually elect to wear, it's like a red lighted necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And so they ask the actors not to scare you.
Right.
So
I think that is the first year
Yeah.
for that.
I mean, they get intense.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll come up behind you with a chainsaw.
I know.
And girl,
it's not a real. I mean, it's a chainsaw, but it's not like a real.
I know
chainsaw.
I know it's not real, but just the sound of it, and then I have flashbacks to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie, which is one of my all-time scariest movies ever to watch.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, we'll have to on a different episode. We'll have to talk about our favorite Halloween movies.
Well, I may have a shirt that ties in.
Oh, nice!
That
Love
ties
that.
into that because
Yeah. Speaking of, what is your shirt today?
Oh, Smelly Cat.
Smelly Cat.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm feeling like this might be something out there I don't know about.
Friends.
Oh, Friends. Okay.
So I feel like there are some shows that come on the air that you can watch over and over and over again and never get tired of them.
That's one.
So for me, Friends is one.
Yeah,
for sure. And then Gilmore Girls is one for me. I'm a little nerdy when it comes to that. But and Will and Grace. I mean, I could watch Will and Grace over and over again and never get tired of it.
Right.
So yes, today I'm wearing Smelly Cat.
So what is the story from Friends with Smelly Cat? Is it a long story? Or?
No, it's a relatively short story. So Phoebe, the character of Phoebe, is a musician, and she writes her own songs. And the funny thing about it is the songs that she writes are like way out there.
Okay.
So one of the songs she writes is called Smelly Cat.
Okay.
And because I'm wearing this shirt, I've had the song stuck in my head for like all morning.
Well, sing it right now.
No, I'm not going to sing it because I'll break the microphone.
If it wasn't for copyright, I would say we'd play a clip, but probably we won't be able to.
So it is copyrighted, I'm sure.
Funny.
But one of the episodes, there's a music producer that comes in and says, okay, we want to sign you for a record contract and we want to do a music video of you singing Smelly Cat.
Oh, okay.
So they show the music video. It's totally someone's different voice. It's totally like she looks like amazing in the video. And she's like, wow, I didn't realize how talented I was. And all the rest of them are looking at her like, you do realize that you're not actually singing on this video, right? So yeah, so it's one of my favorite
I'm gonna
shows
have to watch that episode.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's
it's
hysterical.
Great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Now, cats overall, are you a fan of cats? Because I know you're a big dog person.
So I've had cats in the past. So I love all animals. I'm not you're picky.
Yeah.
So I love cats. I love dogs.
Well, you and Rick, you guys have parrots, right?
They're not parrots.
What are they?
They're like parakeets.
Parakeets.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that they might be lovebirds. I don't know. But we have a male and a female.
Are they noisy? Are they loud or no?
They are.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes. If they're arguing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like.
Oh, they're arguing sometimes?
I feel like sometimes they'll argue because they're really, really loud.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, because the other day, I think it was yesterday, it seemed like they were arguing because they were so loud. And I think it was because he was trying to eat and she wanted to eat. And he wasn't letting her eat because he was taking all the food.
Wow, there's a lot of jokes here about you and Rick I can't say right now. Whoa.
So yeah, they can be really, really loud.
Okay. Yeah.
But
because I feel like when I've been at your house, there's always like a big group of people there. And so
Yeah.
there's like so many people chatting and talking. I don't notice the birds as much.
no.
Yeah.
If there's a group of people at the house, they don't really notice it.
Yeah.
But if it's just like one person or two people, they're like, you guys have birds? Because they're kind of where they're at. You can't necessarily notice them, you know, in the house.
Right.
So all of a sudden people will hear these birds and they're like, y'all have birds in the house?
Well, they're really pretty. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
no,
them.
they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
They are. And somebody asked Rick the other day, he was like, do you ever like let the birds out?
Mm.
And he was like, no. And I was
Okay.
like, I'd be afraid that one of the dogs would like try to get them or whatever.
Right.
But when I was in high school, I had a friend who had birds.
Okay.
And he would let them out.
Right.
And that son of a bitch would like dive bomb me every time
my
I was at
God.
his house. I'm like, put that thing back in the cage.
Well, I had a friend back in the day. She had a parrot.
Yeah.
And she would let the parrot sit on her shoulder. And the parrot bit a hole right in her nose. So
What?
yeah, I know. So for all your parrot lovers and owners out there, be careful.
Yeah. My
Yeah, for
grandmother
sure.
used to have one.
Okay.
And it would always say, pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty
Oh.
boy.
Yeah. This was back in the day when we had the old school landline phones. And so the parrot would always just make the noise of the phone. And it was spot on perfect. And so you just never knew when the phone was really
Answering
ringing.
the phone and nobody's there. That's fantastic.
It was great. Yeah. Every single time you'd be like, we would have to check the phone. We just wouldn't know. We literally would not know. Yeah. So anyway, that was very funny. So,
That's great.
well, let's go ahead, take a quick break, and
Yep.
then we'll be chatting with Byron Simon. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Like, follow, and subscribe to the Skittle Squad Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and all social media platforms.
Welcome back. Today, we're excited to welcome Byron Simon, an 18-year-old fashion and cosmetic creator whose work goes far beyond clothes and makeup. Byron's journey from personal challenges to launching 2 brands, Southerly Simon and Edward by Simon, is all about turning emotion and experience into art. Byron, welcome. We're excited to have
Hi,
you
Guys,
today.
it's great to see you.
How are you?
For listeners who may not know you yet, how do you introduce yourself?
It's weird. Like I don't like ever look at myself as like, oh yeah, no, like I'm a founder and stuff like that. It's kind of just like something that's a title that's been like thrown to me. I'm more of just like, I'm a creative, guys. Like I just create what feels authentic and I try to hopefully make art that helps move people and inspire people. And so yeah, I'm kind of just here. Like I'm kind of just in like my own pillar.
Well, I find it so intriguing because you're 18, and so you've done so much in such a little amount of time. I mean, you're young. What do you think kind of inspired you to kind of take these leaps into these like creative journeys and these businesses so young?
So I've actually always been into business.
Okay.
Like literally from like my youngest point, I think I was like 11. I was like, guys, I'm gonna start a painting business, and I can't paint.
Oh,
I'm not that kind of artist. Like if it's on a computer, I can do it. And so it's kind of just always been like I wanted to be able to have that freedom to just like create things.
okay.
And then I was gonna do photography like a billion businesses later. I eventually was like, why don't I just do clothing? Because an old teacher of mine has actually sat down and like inspired me to go ahead and pursue fashion. Cause I originally wanted to do couture fashion like in Paris.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, why don't you start with shirts? And I was like, well, like that's not my goal. But couture fashion is like extremely expensive to like manufacture and stuff.
Okay.
So when he explained it to me, I was like, well, I'll just start with shirts, and then the rest is history. And then it was kind of just like I was looking at people like Billie Eilish and like people who are like, you know, trailblazers at like such a young age that have like really
Right.
paved a way for themselves. And I was like, well, why wait to start when I can just start now?
Wow. Okay. Well, I feel
great.
very like maybe I should have been doing more when
Yeah,
I
I was going to
18.
say, I feel like an underachiever now.
Well, you can do it whenever. There's
Yeah.
never a time limit to
That's
achieve your
true.
dreams.
I
Like,
appreciate you saying that.
I think everything falls into place for a reason. And I'm like me and my mom were talking about this morning. I'm a huge believer in like the butterfly effect.
Okay.
Of like one small change could have completely flipped your entire world.
Oh, interesting.
And so I
Okay.
do believe like everything happens for a reason. And like if you follow the universe's path for you, you're going to end up where you need to be.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, for real. You know, it's so interesting. We were talking about it being National Coming Out Day on October 11th. Would you mind sharing with the audience your coming out story?
Yes. It's actually a really funny one.
Okay.
At the time, it was not funny. But so I was like terrified to come out. because
Okay.
I've had a really good childhood. My parents are absolutely amazing. I love both of them. But I was like terrified. Like I think everybody goes through that. And so I'd made this like game plan in my head. I was like, I'm gonna build a master plan where no matter what, I leave safe. My mom's a teacher.
Okay.
And I was in her class at the time. And I knew on this coming Friday, she would be, not this Friday, but like at the time,
Yeah.
she would be my substitute because she was a permanent sub. So what I planned to do is I was going to walk in during 7th period, tell her, walk out, go to my next class. And then I was hanging out with a friend later that night.
Okay.
So it was like, and we were going to my friend's house right after school. So I was like, I had that buffer that if anything went wrong,
Yeah.
I was safe. And if she didn't accept me by some way, I wouldn't have to face her wrath. Because like everyone sees the horror stories of like people
Right.
being kicked out of their house and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
breaks my heart and it terrified me. So I made this plan, but then the day came and everybody around me was like, we have to tell her because like it was, looking in hindsight, it was kind of always obvious. Like you can see me and I was wearing like 4-inch platform heels and stuff, but
Okay.
I was convinced nobody knew. And all my friends like, we got this, we're going to tell her. And then like minutes before I was like, I can't do this. Like I chickened out. So I
okay.
sent my friends in to do it.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Better,
Well, good for your friends.
better yet though, I had them record it. And I had told him, I said, be discreet about how you record it. Cause I wanted, like at the time I was like, this makes sense. I need to see her reaction.
Yeah.
And they walked in like waving the camera in her face like, Miss Simon, guess what? No. And like 9 kids are surrounding her desk.
Wow.
And they just yell it at her.
No.
And she was like, oh, okay, I'll handle him later.
Oh my goodness.
And so I went to my friend's house and she called me after school and she was very upset with me.
Okay.
And like looking back, it was very understandable.
Yeah.
Because what I didn't think about is like she needs time to process something
Right.
like that. And she now has to go teach a class full of kids while that's like all she can think about.
Right.
Right.
And so she was mad at me about that. That was the first
Well,
time.
thank God it was 7th period.
Yeah. Because my mom picked me up from my friend's house and she was like, we're going to Gecko's. I need a drink. My mom has never drank before in my life. And I was like, guys, I think this is it for me. Send help. And no, her and my dad were like both very understanding. My dad's still like, he's still learning, but I'm very happy with the fact that it was never like, I don't support you. It was just, I'm not that knowledgeable on this. Can you teach me?
Okay.
And my thing is, as long as someone's willing to learn, I don't see a problem with that because our goal is to help everyone.
Yeah.
And like, if someone has questions about it, why would I sit there and be mad at them? So yeah, no, both my parents have been like very accepting. And if I've been like, hey, I want to go do this, like, okay. Like I've talked about starting drag just like for fun, like, you know, go see what it's like. Cause I love like drag queens and like that kind of aesthetic. And they're both like, okay. Like even my dad, which is like, he's as like intimidating as like, you know, straight as it gets. He was like, okay, I'll come to your shows.
Oh, that's great.
So like both my parents have been amazing, but coming out was everyone's like telling me their story and I'm like, I think I have you beat. You ready to hear this story? Like,
you know, growing up, you know, you're totally different generation. Like when you were in grade school, did you guys talk, you know, your classmates, your friends about like, oh, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, I'm straight, or did that not come up?
so I actually realized I was bi in 5th grade.
Oh, 5th grade.
So it was like
did
really
you tell
early.
your friends at that
Yeah,
point?
I didn't understand that coming out was like supposed to be like a very like personal thing at the time. So I literally like was at recess and I was like, everybody, I'm bi.
Oh,
and
wow,
they were all
okay.
just like, okay, cool.
And it was that. It was
because
just-
during
yeah.
5th grade, no one knew. And then middle school it was one of those where like, it was too late to take back. And then everyone actually started caring. And so I was just like, well, this is my life now, guys.
Okay.
But I got through all of that, and then I was kind of just like, well, I'm just gonna be open about it. So there was a point in my life where I was completely gay, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go bi because I just don't care about like labels. Like I'm gonna love who I'm gonna love,
Yeah.
and if I feel attracted to someone, then I do. And I feel like sitting here and be like, I'm specifically this. Like I just don't. I feel attracted to who I'm attracted to, and like at the end of the day, I don't care if they're what gender, if they're, you know, he, she, they, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm here to love someone, not to marginalize someone.
I think
based
they
on
call it
the gender.
demisexual.
I think so. I actually
Yeah,
don't know.
demisexual is like when you're kind of more attracted to, I believe it's like the feeling you're getting from somebody and not the gender.
Yeah, because my thing is like I'm very big on like, I think looks matter to an extent, but I'm big on like how is this person treating me? Because I've been in relationships with some people who were like conventionally attractive but did not treat me the way I deserved at all. And then I've been with some people who were like phenomenal and it just was, you know, right person, wrong time. So
Right. Did you get bullied when you were in school or no?
yes,
Oh, okay.
very heavily. I faced a lot of it. I think part of it had to do with me being openly bi, but also like just me being flamboyant and more feminine on this, like on a feminine side.
Yeah.
I got a lot of like harsh bullying, especially in like freshman year of high school.
Okay.
That was really tough. I talked about my upcoming memoir that I'm working on a lot. And like 7th to 9th grade year, there was a lot of very intense bullying that really put me in a bad spot mentally.
Yeah, let's talk about your memoir coming out. Like, what's the title? Like, give everyone a little sneak
so
peek.
People
into
actually
it.
have had no clue about this. I've been working on this in secret started a year and a half ago.
Okay.
It's not done yet, but I'll give you guys the snippets. It's called Byron Simon, I Survived Myself. It is one of the first memoirs made by a teenager about teenage mental health. Like, and it literally starts the day we moved into my house that burned down when I was 10. And it walks you through the steps until I'm 17. And it talks about everything in very morbid detail to an extent. I wanted it needed to be uncensored. That was my biggest thing. Is like, I couldn't sit here and like try to someone like a false story of what life looked like. I wanted people to see like, here's the crazy events life threw at me. Here's how I got through them. I hope you like, there's a part in the back that I actually just finished recently, which is like a little author's note at the, like, it's the very last page. And it literally says, something along the lines of, I really hope that somewhere in here you found comfort or guidance within my crazy past 8 years.
Yeah, I'm really inspired because, you know, you had mentioned you were bullied and how brave that you would have to be to endure all of that bullying, but to be your true authentic self at that young age, like that's very inspiring to me. And hopefully your story will resonate and help other people. And then sounds like you were very vulnerable and brave in just what you've disclosed in your memoir.
Yeah, there was a time where I was going to keep it very like sheltered almost. Like I'm going to be very selective about what goes in here. And there are some things that aren't in there just because personally I was like, this is just not something I think anyone will grow from. And there's a triggering chapter I cut because it was so descriptive. I was like, this isn't going to help anyone. This is going to trigger people.
Okay.
And that was the last thing I wanted is like, I don't want anyone to read this and get triggered by how detailed it is, but I also don't want it to be too surface level. So that's been the hard thing of finding the balance, but it is like easily the thing I'm most proud of in life.
Okay.
Because it's also been a very healing process because you walk back through your trauma basically with your younger self and you revisit everything. And there's been a lot of I learned, like one thing I learned is that how you remember memories or like traumatic events usually isn't how they fully went down in other people's minds. Because there's been a couple times where I was like, hey, you know, to my mom and dad, here's, you know, this chapter. And they were like, that's not at all what happened.
Wow. Interesting.
But it was important to me that it was written from my perspective of how I remembered it.
Yeah.
Because I really tried to capture those moments. And so, yeah, I remember I had the last chapter was the first chapter I wrote.
Okay.
Which was very weird, but it's also very hard to start a memoir. And so I saw something that said, write what feels authentic right now. And I was like, well, I have the ending planned. And the ending is probably like my favorite chapter in the whole book. It's called He Was Right. I decided I want to name the chapters like quotes. Okay. They give them more meaning in my opinion, but there's also an epilogue. There's a 4-chapter epilogue, which I don't know if that's normal. I hope whatever publisher finds me, if any publisher does, like, be okay with it. Like, but there's a 4-chapter epilogue, which is called The Afterthoughts, which dives into 4 life lessons I learned after creating the book. Because not to like spoil anything, but the last chapter the book ends the day I started writing the book.
Oh, okay.
So it's very much like this trade-off. But there was so much I learned after I started writing it because I had revisited all this. I learned these new life lessons from healing through this trauma that I was like, I need to include it somewhere. Yeah. So there's 4 chapters at the very end that walk you through 4 life lessons that have really
I love that.
inspired me. But there's also quotes throughout it that are a lot to me. It's a really good book.
I'm really excited. So you're looking for a publisher right now?
Not exactly. I still have to finish it. It's like, I'd say it's 3/4 of the way done, like halfway to 3/4. Okay. I know I'm kind of like teasing it early, like really early, but my goal is 2027 for it to come out early 2027. Nice. Which I know is like far away, but I still have to go through the editing process and I have a very distinct idea of what I want for the cover. And so that photo shoot is going to take forever to get down. But I like, ever since I started writing it, I was like, this is going to be the cover. This is going to be the back cover. This is
so you already know the vision for the cover.
Yes, I have all that mapped out.
Is it going to be like really technical, kind of like the Kim Kardashian with the champagne on the butt? Or like, what are we talking about here?
Where does that come from?
I don't want to give
Well,
it away.
he said it was very technical.
I'm not going to
Don't
give
it away. Don't give it away.
I won't give it away, but
you said it was going to take some time to execute.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very like a lot of moving parts. It involves a pic, like it's not like a basic cover where it's just like the person. It's me, possibly my younger self somewhere on the cover.
Oh, okay. Got you.
But it very much fits the aesthetic. And then the name kind of, I don't even know where the name came from. It kind of just happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was between calling it I Survived Myself or Love Byron.
Oh, okay.
And I felt like Love Byron is very like overdone with memoirs. Like everyone does like love their name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I want to do something more like that stops at you and makes you think. And I thought I Survived Myself was a very like name that was just eye grabbing. It was like, whoa, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, I feel like we all are surviving ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's true for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I'm
really excited. Like it's out of everything I've done, I'm like, I just want this to come out already because I just want people to hear it. I want to do the audiobook for it. I want I'll have to send you guys some copies. When it's done,
definitely
but
keep in touch and
maybe I'll come
let
back
us
on
know.
here.
That, yeah, for sure.
But
Absolutely.
it's really, I have the first, I want to say 90 to 100 pages fully finished.
Oh, nice.
But they're like kind of like all sporadic because I have like certain chapters throughout the book fully finished.
Now, I know you had mentioned the fire.
Yes.
And so I did want to kind of talk to you about that because I think that was probably very transformational for you. Tell folks what happened.
So in 2017, on November 13th at 6 p.m., I remember very vivid details about it. We had a house fire that started, and commonly house fires just happen in like the kitchen, one room, and then they're contained there. And it ended up being an entire house fire that took my entire house like to the ground. Like our roof was collapsed in. We were left with literally just the clothes on our back.
Wow.
And one of our dogs survived because I was holding her. It's something I feel like transformed me, but it's also something that I feel like I was so young that I didn't understand the density and like how severe it was because I was 10 when my house burned down.
Okay.
And we were homeless. And by homeless, I mean, not that we didn't have somewhere to stay. Like my grandparents were very gracious in letting us stay with them for a couple months. And then a family friend lended us like an RV to stay on the property. But we also like didn't have an actual house.
Right.
And like, it was definitely a lot. And throughout that, my brother had some substance abuse issues that came about through all that. So it was just a whirlwind of like, what is going on in our lives?
Wow. Yeah.
And so it was a lot. And then we didn't have full coverage on the house either. So we had to navigate that because we only had partial coverage on the house for insurance. So, but I can send you guys pictures too of what it looked like. But my roof was literally sitting like on the ground of my living room.
So how does something like that really affect you? Like I would assume that it's traumatic for sure. But how did you learn anything from that experience? Did you take anything from that experience?
One thing I learned is, this sounds so cliche to say, but like things are so, like you take so many small things for granted because the biggest thing I remember like from the house fire is like when we lived in the RV, it didn't have like a stove or anything that worked. So like all of our food came through like either like a drive-through window or it was microwavable. And it's like small things like that like you just think of like nothing of it. But when it's like 9 months straight, that's all you're eating. It's like, I'm ready for something like real.
Right.
And it's like small things like that. And like, I think I didn't in the time appreciate how much closer it brought us all together. But like me and my mom grew so much together through that because it's all of us were in maybe a 100 square foot trailer for 9 months. The biggest thing, this is something that's so small and like it didn't transform me in any way, but I have to sleep when it's cold now because the trailer had a window AC unit. And it's because it was like all we could install. So the trailer was always like 60 degrees. And so I can only sleep when it is like ice cold.
Oh, wow.
So living in Florida is like a nightmare for me. I have like 3 standing fans on me when I sleep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because I have to sleep when it's that cold.
You need your internal core body temperature
literally,
low.
I need like 3 window units all directly next to me.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I'm laughing because we've talked about this before with my husband and I, how I like it cold and he doesn't.
Well, they say you need to get your internal body temperature lower, like your core temp. So, yeah.
I mean, well, think about it, like bears hibernate when it's cold. I mean, we're not bears, but close enough. In my opinion.
God, that is so funny. So, what does it have to be 60 degrees and 3 fans for you?
No, it's just like I just have to get really cold.
Okay.
Like wintertime is my favorite time of the year.
Okay.
Because it gets so cold in my room, and I'm like, this is like this is amazing.
I mean, I know I'm a true Floridian because it's been in probably the lower to mid 80s this week, and I've been freezing. So anyway.
No, in my body.
Oh
was
yeah, I've been
warm.
so cold.
Wow.
I mean, I've been like really like, oh my gosh. Like even now I feel cold. So anyway, let's talk about your lines. So you started in clothing.
Yes.
Let's talk about maybe like, you started with the t-shirts, kind of like how that evolved into the next step.
So I started with something that's called print on demand. So it's like drop shipping, but it's with shirts and like clothing. So you design it and then a company manufactures it and sends it out for you and you just take profit off the top.
Okay.
Sounds amazing in hindsight. I had a lot of issues with it. I'm a huge person, like quality has to be perfect. And we had some issues with quality wasn't really going that well. But the first couple lines did not do well. Like my debut collection was, looking back, I'm like, what was that 15-year-old doing? Because it was so like, I put out like 800 products at once. And that's not normal, by the way. Because I had like my designs on speakers and stuff. Because when you have print on demand, the world's your oyster. Like anything that they sell, and they sell a lot of, they had like coasters. I could sell like cutting boards with my designs on them.
Okay.
But the issue is like, it's extremely expensive too. We were making like $3 off of a shirt. And so it's not profitable.
Yeah.
And then the shipping costs were like $9 like for the customers. So people weren't buying anything.
Yeah.
My first line was pretty much a train wreck. And then I really sat down. I really wanted to start designing stuff that felt authentic. I went through a really rough time where I was like really just not in a good headspace right around this time actually. So then when I started working on the next collection, which my second collection was called About With Myself, I really sat down and I was like, let's hone in on this. And I made it and we started manufacturing it all in-house.
Okay.
And all I had...
It was still t-shirts though.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I was doing t-shirts and hoodies.
Okay.
So I had a silhouette, which is like a fancier version of a cricket. And I had a heat press. And I was like, it's us against the world, guys. And I remember like we got our first orders on like my first like big time getting orders. I think we did like $400 in sales on the first day.
Oh, okay.
And like I was like 15, 16. I was like, we made it, guys. I'm millionaire now. Like take me to Hollywood. I'm walking a red carpet. But yeah, so we did that and I was making it all. And then eventually I was like, this isn't sustainable because when it's just a silhouette and like you're cutting out every single color by hand, your options are limited.
Yeah.
So eventually I found out about something that's called DTF prints, which is direct to film.
Okay.
And there's a company that manufactures all my prints and it's like so much easier. Like we do sweatpants, sweat shorts, crew necks. I'm looking into selling something like this where it's an off the shoulder crew neck because I made these just for fun because I wanted to show off my tattoo on my back. And then everyone's been like, I want one.
I feel like everyone would want that. Like really,
love that.
like you don't see that style anywhere.
Well, I want to start selling it because it's very like retro and I love retro stuff. Like you take me to the 70s and I'm like, guys, this is my area. Like I was born in the wrong time zone, I think.
Oh my God, that's funny. I've been just watching that 70s show.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but like I feel like I would love it.
You should watch it just for the fashions.
I went to Cabana Bay, which is like a Universal Resort. And it's like retro themed. And I was like in my area. I feel like I was in the Jetsons. I was like, this is amazing, guys. So yeah, no, you can definitely look at my collections too and see like a lot of retro inspiration. So.
And then your clothing collection is called...
Oh, my clothing brand or my...
Yeah, your brand.
Oh, so the clothing brand is called S3E9 Simon Apparel.
Okay, got it.
It might change eventually in the future.
Okay.
We've talked about rebranding because like at first I was like, it was gonna be a very Western themed like company. It's not at all. It's very like trendy, Gen Z inspired. So it didn't last long, but everyone loves the name, but people also can't pronounce it.
Oh.
The amount of times people think it's called Suddenly Simon.
Oh, interesting.
Or Simply Simon.
Okay.
Is like every single day someone mispronounces it. So eventually I'd like to rebrand to just be Simon.
Oh, okay.
And just like merge the two companies maybe, but like just let it just be Simon.
Yeah.
But for now it's Suddenly Simon.
Yeah, and then jumping into your cosmetics, that's Edward by Simon.
Yes.
Okay, and let's talk about how you got
about
into
that name for a while.
Oh, you did?
It was originally going to be Malibu Cosmetics.
Oh, interesting.
People don't know about this.
Malibu.
I'm a whore for a sunset. You take me to the beach during a sunset. I don't like the beach. I don't like sand or the ocean. I don't like what's in the ocean.
Yeah.
But you take me, like, I'll park my car on the beach and I'll just watch the sunset.
So do you go to Sunset Beach a lot?
No, I don't like the beach because there's too many people.
Oh,
There's
so
like,
you want to like be a mountain sunset or
yes.
something like that. Okay.
But also my favorite sunsets are Malibu beaches in California because they're like pink and orange and like the prettiest colors.
Yeah.
So I was going to do Malibu Cosmetics. So I was like, I'm going to do a whole like.
Because immediately I'm brought back to Miley Cyrus when you say Malibu.
Yes.
Okay.
That was where the inspo came from because I heard that was like, what if I named it Malibu Cosmetics?
Okay, so
then,
you actually, okay,
yeah,
there's a
and
connection.
then I realized that I needed to tie Simon in there because everyone knows Suddenly Simon and they know me and it's like tied. So I was like, how am I going to tie Simon in there?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going to do ES Cosmetics. So I wanted to tie my middle name in there because my middle name is Edward. That's where, fun fact, guys, that's where Edward comes from. People always ask me, they're like, who's Edward? And I was like, surprise. But I wanted to tie in my middle name. So I was going to do ES Cosmetics for Edward Simon Cosmetics, but that was too long.
Okay.
And then I saw Florence by Mills, which is Millie Bobby Brown's like new like skincare brand. And I was like, what about like Edward by Simon? And then I was just playing around and I was like, that's it, guys. Like, that's perfect. So we did that, but I always wanted to do makeup. Like,
Well, okay.
I'm a huge person for makeup. You can tell by looking at me. Like, I've always loved the art form.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always want to do makeup, but it's very expensive to make.
Okay.
And so we started with lip glosses on my third collection, which was called Retrograde.
Okay.
And those sold so well. It was crazy. Like, we did a launch party and we couldn't keep them
wow.
out of people's hands. People were coming up and buying like 6 or 7
You're
at
like
once.
a Kylie Jenner.
I wish I had her bank account. Kylie, if you see me, call me. Like, we'll do a collab. But yeah, so it was like, looking back, it wasn't like the best collection, but I was starting out and like, I'm proud of it. And it was 6 shades of like lip gloss. And I was like, these are gonna be great. And people liked it because the formula like wasn't sticky. Like, I sat down, I like listened to what people wanted. And so then we did lip oils for my 4th collection, which was called Code Blue, which is like, that's like my baby collection. I love her. And then we kind of just kept going. And then my recent collection that came out in July, which was called Cowboy Killer, we introduced a lot, which that was all manufactured overseas in Hong Kong in a lab. And that was a blush palette, brushes, lipsticks, highlighters, and single blushes.
Oh, wow. And so folks can just go online and order online? Oh, awesome. That's great.
So the lip oils and lip glosses are made in-house, but the packaging is made overseas. And then all the other makeup is made overseas in a like FDA approved lab and stuff.
Wow. That's impressive. How did you find these resources?
A lot of research.
Oh, okay.
I think a lot of people like sleep on the fact that if you have a passion for something, you'll find a way.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was determined. So I spent like hours. And it's like, we have one of the most resourceful apps in the world, which is TikTok. Because it's like, it's fun to post on and like watch videos. People also answer like every question known to man on there.
Oh, interesting.
And that's one of my go-to places to ask questions because like there's like 800 million users. Someone has to have an answer to it.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's all these little like small like lip oil businesses like on there. I'm like, well, someone has to have answered the question of where their tubes on that's being made.
Right.
And so they introduced me to an app called Alibaba.com.
Mm.
And it's an app, but it's just like tons and tons of manufacturers for absolutely anything, like clothing, jeans, like you name it, you can get it in bulk on there.
Oh, that's amazing.
And a lot of them are like labs. And I found all my labs there, and it's more of just testing out different labs until I find a quality I liked. And we're happy with the lab we're at right now, but I really want to move to a US lab because I want to be able to like go in person and see it and meet with the team because it's also very hard to like translate of, hey, here's what I want this packaging to look like over text message versus like sitting down with someone and being like, here's my idea, like in person.
Now you mentioned Code Blue, but then also you recently released Code Red.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about Code Red.
Okay.
Guys, I forgot about Code Red. Code Blue and Code Red are like my favorite collections ever.
Okay.
So but Code Blue was the first one. I don't know how much you guys have seen, but I was underwater for the cover. That was a very long photo shoot.
I did not see that. I'll have to look.
I was underwater for 3.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm a sucker for some pain when it comes to a photo shoot.
Okay.
And when it comes to a collection, I'm like, we have to capture this. Like, I take them as serious as like album covers. So I'm like, I don't care how long or how much pain I'm in. We're going to get this cover. And so I kept going underwater until we finally got it. But yeah, no, those two are like my favorite collections ever.
Wow. I'm very inspired by your passion and your perseverance. That is just really, really remarkable. So have you faced any challenges being so young in the industry, being a business owner? Like, how has that felt and looked like for you?
I definitely think I have.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh my God, my life is so hard. But like, people definitely like underestimate me a lot for my age.
Okay.
And it's one of those, it's a double-edged sword. Some people play into it, and there's like some people who really like see like, wow, like you're 18 and accomplishing that. And there's some people who are like, you're 18, like they think I'm like messing with them or like it's not real. And I'm like, no, like it's real. Like I'm just trying to take my dreams on. So I've always said like if I was like 25 and at this exact time, like I'd be so much further. And I think people underestimate me just because of how young I am. Because when I was also like 16, Like I was trying to like get reporters to like pick up my story and be like, help me like push this out. And they were all like, I think I sent out like 1,000 emails in a year.
Wow.
And I got ignored by almost all of them except for like 2.
Oh my goodness.
Because I was like, every day I was like finding every email. Like I would CC like every person on this like one news organization, send out an email.
Right.
And nothing. And I would follow up multiple times and nothing.
Wow.
And so I've always said like my age was like my greatest weakness was in business.
Wow. That is inspiring. Wow. So really is a really takeaway for everyone. It's just really just pursue your dreams. I mean, don't take no for an answer. Keep moving forward. Yeah, I love that.
Well, if someone thinks that your dream is like not obtainable at your age, then you just got to prove it to them that it's attainable.
Right,
like,
right.
If they're going to sit here and tell you can't do something, why let them? Like they're not you. They have no control over your life.
And I also feel like, I won't speak for Paul, but, maybe the older generation that, it's never too late to try something new and different.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think, and again, speaking just from my perspective, it's just very easy to get stuck in your regular routine of life. And then you don't really look like outside. You don't take a look left. You don't take a look right. It's just like you're in your groove and then, that's it. So it's, really.
No, like I feel like the older generation forgets the fact that like the world's your oyster and you have one chance to make your impact.
Yeah.
Because like this isn't like as saying like as, huge, but my mom like never wore makeup for like most of her life. She always struggled with it. But then now that I'm like, I make it, she wears it all the time. And saying that she didn't start really wearing makeup until she's now 51.
Okay.
And she's now started like wearing like full faces and everyone's always like, how do you like do that? But it just took her sitting down and be like, hey, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And if you have the want to learn something and you try hard enough, it's impossible to not learn it. Like I feel like that about skills and like talents. I feel like if you are determined to try something hard enough, you will eventually make it at some point. It's like, if we're being realistic, there's 8 billion people on this planet. If 1% of that audience gives you attention, that's 87 million people. If you can get 1% of the world to put their eyes on you, that's already more than some huge celebrities.
Wow. Yeah.
Just keep going until you get there.
Right. Right. Oh, I absolutely love that. I love thinking that way.
I feel like it's the same. So, you have challenges when you're 18. When you become our age, we have the same challenges because we're too old to do this, or we're too old to chase that or whatever. So, I think it's a good lesson for all generations that you're not, there's never a correct age to start something. If you want to do something, go ahead and do it.
Well, yeah, if you're looking at it from like a rational aspect, your age is a number. And if you let that number like be a cage that stops you from chasing your dreams, then you're your own construct.
Right.
And you have to like be like, well, it's a number and it is what it is. So I think my age is like my greatest like strength because I can really connect with the younger people who are struggling. And I'm like, well, like, listen to me. Like I've been in your shoes and I'm around your age. Like, cause I think a lot of times teenagers level with other teenagers cause we see each other eye to eye.
Right.
Where older generations, it's more of like an authority figure where they're like up here and we're down here where like, I always tell my mom, like, I think the biggest issue in parenting is people aren't getting eye to eye. Put yourself down to your kid's level instead of like, here's where I am, here's where you are. And we're going to make it work. And I think it works a lot better that way.
Right.
Well, I know you had mentioned even wanting to try motivational speaking. And so I could see that. I could see you being really good at that.
I've wrote 3 of them actually.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from. This past like 6 months, I've been in like, I went through a huge creative drought after Code Red and I was like, I have nothing left to say, I'm done. And then now I'm like, I can't stop creating. I have so many projects that I'm just like sitting, like working on for fun now. And motivational speaking became one of them because I was like, I just want to like inspire people and like sit down and like hopefully help someone feel the same way I did because I love sitting down during motivational speeches because I always leave with like a new like burning passion of like, I need to go try something.
Right.
So I don't know. I was like, well, if people don't listen, then that's their choice, but I can try and help someone.
Yeah, I think definitely people hearing your story, your passion, your persistence. Yeah, it's just very, very motivating for me, even just to hear today. So thank you for sharing all of that.
Course.
I think what we'll do, Paul and I had a fun idea.
Yeah.
We're going to, if you, maybe folks watch What Happens Live or something like that. We're going to do a fun game with you.
Okay.
So we're going to do a quick setup and we'll be right back. Magic. We're back. All right. So, Byron, go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's see what category you land on. And the category is secrets. Ooh, we were just talking about
This is
secrets.
not gonna end well.
So I'm going to pull these questions out, and then there's going to be 3 cards. Go ahead and pick one, and then I will read it to you.
Go to the middle one.
The middle one. Okay. Let's see. Wow, you are psychic. You are psychic. So we were just chatting, and Byron said, is this going to be about me exposing or telling the deepest, darkest secret I ever had? And here's the question. What's a secret you never told anyone until now? So here's the thing. You can answer the question, or you can take the default and you can have a Bean Boozled jelly bean, which some are amazing flavors and some not so much.
I've done the Bean Boozled game before, and it did not end well last time.
It did not end well. Okay. So do you want to answer the question?
I'm trying to think, because I tell like everyone everything. So I'm trying to think of like what.
Right. There's got to be something, or maybe something most people don't know.
This is really a secret because very close friends know, but now my mom knows this.
Okay.
I actually talked about this in my forum with you guys. I write music a lot.
Okay, I love that.
This like isn't embarrassing, or like
right.
It kind of is because it's not good music, but I don't know. I love writing music. I can't sing at all, so that career path was always off the table. But I have always I'm a huge fan of music and a nerd for it, and so I write music 24/7. Like my notes app are just filled with
I love that.
But that's where shirt designs actually come from now, because I find it a lot easier to pull from something that has a lot more meaning behind it. So I went on a cruise. My mom, nobody knows this actually, except for my best friend. I went on a cruise in June, very end of June, early July, and I have the worst insomnia. I stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh wow.
And I obviously couldn't sleep, and I didn't have Wi-Fi. So to not wake anyone up, I would go sit in the lobby of the cruise ship and just sit there and exist. And I wrote an entire album while sitting on this cruise for a week.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
The album was called Is This What Healing Is Supposed to Feel Like? And it is I think 13 tracks.
Oh my gosh.
And that's why I'm about to start selling these, because I can make some money off. Some of them are good.
Wow. Okay.
But most of them are no one would ever listen to this.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Oh my gosh. It's very inspirational, very creative.
I'm always creating at this point.
Oh my
you
goodness.
Can't stop me. There's too many projects.
You are literally the definition of a creative, I think.
For sure.
There's so many outlets I want to try and conquer at some point.
Yeah. Paul, do you have any questions for Byron that maybe we didn't hit?
No, I think we're good.
Let everyone know where you can, everyone can reach you.
So Instagram, you can find me at Byron Simon _. TikTok, I'm at Byron Simon, and then you can find my brand at Suddenly Simon everywhere. And yeah, you can find me on Google. If you find my number, text me. I'm always down to talk.
Yay.
And yeah, just you can find me all over social media. I'm on everyone's phone all the time. I feel bad for everyone.
Paul and I can kind of understand that.
Right.
All right. Any final words from you, Paul?
If you'd like to be a guest on the Skittle Squad podcast, or you'd like to be a sponsor of the show, you can reach us at contact@theskittlesquad.com.
Byron, thank you so much for being on today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Everyone, thank you so much for your support. Please follow us on our socials. It means a lot, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.